So, I don't know. I feel like I just wanted to make a video about Ian because I've really been rocking with his music. He's nothing special, really. Like, I feel like the only reason I made this is just because I want to talk about him. And the whole Tyler, the Creator thing happened, which I'll get into in a second. But I don't know. There's something with Ian that when I listen to his music, I'm like, okay, it's nothing special. But then you just keep listening and you're like, he's kind of got something. And I think the biggest thing is what Tyler said. This is what Tyler said. I'll put a clip up right here.
It's white kid. Regular, like, Caucasian man.
The way that I'm driving this race, they about to put me on suicide watch. Can't choose what color I'm feeling today. Thank God it's a two-tone watch.
And he's, like, mocking Future.
Be the first case like John, got it. Anything you want, my dogs got it.
And Gucci Mane, like, rap music.
We getting higher than a kite, no deal. Say my artist double plat, no deal.
And, like, people are like, this shit hard.
Who is the most underrated rapper?
I'd probably say Ian.
You just gotta trust with man's bed. Shit, somebody. I guess I could take one too. I'll be dead before I pass the shit. I'm trying to catch up on snail pace. Can't get me.
It's not even like satire. It's like, I'm just joking. I'm just mocking it. But I'm like, no, you can't do. And I hold rap music so close to my heart because this shit changed my life and everyone's life around me, and I'm a nerd about this shit. This is like weird, and I'm looking at it, and something about it like don't even sit well with me in comparison to someone like a Mac Miller or Eminem, who it didn't seem like they was mocking it. They had a genuine love for it, and they were still just being,
So yeah, I mean, he says he sounds like Gucci Mane in Future, which. True. He didn't say him by name, but everybody knows what he's talking about. New white kid blowing up. And a lot of people have had mixed reactions about this, saying that, well, Tyler's gotten old and he doesn't know what real music sounds like, which is stupid because Tyler's like 30, maybe 32. So it doesn't really make sense. And he's been around for like about a decade, I would say. So whatever. It doesn't make sense to me why you would say that, because Tyler's like literally he's not old enough like on an Eminem level where everything to Eminem like now that comes out is gonna sound trash, but he's also not young enough to where he's making the music that Ian's making. So it's just really weird for him to like come out and just diss him like that. But I get where he's coming from, because if you listen to Ian, his beats really do sound like 2006 Gucci Mane or Future or T-Pain, but then added like Yeet, Ken Carson, even Playboy Cardi sounds in the mix, which is pretty cool. Like, I'm not gonna lie, that's the reason why I like his music, because if you grew up listening to like Lil Wayne, Got Money, I mean, there's stuff like that, and then mixed with
Finding way, coping, I need so much help, I cannot think. Brand new Margiela, same color of salmon. I don't buy that bag for, hold on, throw a tantrum.
Fighting Demons by Ken Carson. It's a really weird mix of music, but I think he does it well. And if you listen to like old Ian songs, it sounds nothing like what it does now. He just sounds like Yeet. So it's pretty funny, like when people compare him to like an industry plant like Ian Dior or the Kid Laroi, which, I'm not saying they are industry plants, but those are big names that people compare the industry plant idea to. And I don't think Ian is one, because, I click shuffle on Apple Music, it plays all of his songs. I rock with all of them. Like, I think they're all fine, but everything off of Valedictorian, classic. Like, I think he really had this flow going, and I even think the new album, like the new mixtape that he dropped, Horses, I can't remember. I haven't listened to it that much, but yeah, I don't know. The reason that I think Ian is the new Kanye, and I know that's such a stupid thing to say, is because he's pretty much doing what Kanye did to rap music right now. Like, he's taking something that has already been known and like already has like a standing, like already has a ground to stand on, and is already popular enough, but Kanye just tweaked it. Like, he made soul backpack rap, and then he made it big, and people say that he founded it, and then he made 808s, and everybody copies it. Literally from 2008 until pretty much 2015, everybody just copied 808s and Heartbreak. I think the biggest problem with Kanye is just the fact that he's always like switching up his style. but Ian hasn't yet. And I feel like within the next 5 years, Ian will be doing something like that. I feel like he will switch up his style to the point where you're going to listen to it and be like, dog, this is not who we first started with. Pretty much like Tyler. I feel like he will have a Tyler the Creator type of vibrance to him. Like, I feel like, I don't even know if that's a word. I feel like he'll come in and he'll just do something weird like Igor. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like he has that Tyler the Creator influence where he just bum rushes the scene and kills. Just kills. But that's just kind of like my quick take on Ian right now. But now let's get into the why I think he could be the new Kanye. So first off, again, he's joining the music when it already has a ground to stand on. Like, it already has two legs. So Ian putting himself on top of it really makes sense. Like, I feel like if you take Ian as a whole, you're like, nah, that's not like a new Kanye. He's not going to do anything big. He's not going to do anything crazy. But watch. Just watch. I swear. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. That's my bad. But I feel like within the next 10 years, people will look at Ian either as, oh my God, he's recreating the whole music scene, or that kid was pretty good in 2024. That's pretty much either what we're going to get, like, within 10 years, or within the next 5 years, we're going to forget about him. That's kind of where I see Ian at right now. And if he blows up, and it's crazy. Because he's already blown up, but if he blows up, like, musically, like, gets really into his artist bag, which I think he could, it'd be crazy. Because, I mean, if you look at his whole persona, it has that Lil Dicky effect where it's like he knows what he's doing. I mean, look at Valedictorian's cover art. I mean, bro, come on. He knows what he's doing. But he's taken, like, the whiteness of himself, and he's, like, putting it over hard trap stuff. And I feel like that's where the Kanye comparison comes in, because it's more the subject matter, because he's talking about the same stuff that Ken Carson, Playboi Carti, generic trap rappers talk about, but it's coming from this odd kid who shouldn't be talking about that. Same way how Kanye came in and he did Breathe In, Breathe Out, where he's like, I said if I ever rapped, I'd say something significant, but now I'm rapping about money, hoes, and rims again. Like, just doing the stuff that rappers were doing at that time and making it his own. And I think that's what Ian's doing. Even though, yes, his music does sound like everything else that's came out within the past, 10 years. But it's got a weird vibe to it that you're just like, he's kind of killing it. Like, anytime, like, he mentions Suicide Doors a lot, which, I mean, Kanye himself even used to say back in Mercy and some stuff off of Dark Twisted Fantasy, but, like, it's just different in my opinion. Like, I feel like Ian's going about it in such a different way, but just watch. The parallels between him and Kanye, they're going to start popping up more, I think. And this might just be my bias because he's in my playlist a lot, but, I mean, if you listen to it, it's just something so, like, when comparing, the money, hoes, and rims again to, anything else that Ludacris was on, because Ludacris is on Breathe In, Breathe Out, but compare that to anything else Ludacris is on, same thing. Compare, Fighting Demons by King Carson. Where the fuck my cup, where the fuck my love, he's going in, right? And then you got Ian over here, cruising his Phantom with the suicidal doors, $500,000 carpet, Leo shoes at the door. I'm missing we would talk about was new between us both. Is Mr. Spend that money, I don't care about the price. I'ma keep on puffing till I'm damn near paralyzed. Like, he's really cooking, bro. Like, he's really doing the same stuff that, Ken Carson was doing. And I feel like if Ian wasn't white, he would already be signed to Opium. And he would already be pushing more units than he has. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like he'd already be up. But just because he's white, there's obviously going to be that, the Slumdog Millionaire underdog story, to where if he does get a Kanye status within the next couple of years, it's worth it. And I feel like that's exactly where the parallels stop. Like, it's really just taking the music and altering it just enough to where it's unique to you, but still having the same sound as everybody else has had within the past 20 years. Like, Kanye's sampling is the same thing that Ian's doing when he does these weird beats. Like, Kanye is sampling just like RZA did with Wu-Tang, just like Dr. Dre did, just like all the classic producers. They sampled old songs and they made classic. MF Doom, you know, they all sample old tracks and make classics out of it. That is exactly what Ian's doing, except he's just taking what is considered classic trap beats from like 2006 to like 2010, adding this 2023, 2022 Yeet, Playboy Cardi, King Carson, Destroy Lonely sound into it, and then boom, he's making it his own. And I feel like that's something really special, and I feel like we're not gonna really get that again. And that's the reason why I think Ian is gonna push units and do something big within the next couple of years. Again, if I am wrong, I'll delete the video. Within the next 5 years, if Ian is not pushing like Kanye was, I will take the video down, because this is going to look really embarrassing if no one knows who he is within the next 5 years. So, yeah, that's me. Yeah. Peace.